Hello, friends, family, lovers, zaddies and daddies, and beautiful people across central Indiana and the world. Welcome to Transgender Day of Visibility Community Talent Showcase. Let's give it up for our lovely host, Tia Mirage Hall.
Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Tia Mirage Hall, and I want to say Happy Transgender Visibility Day. Today, we have some wonderful talent lined up for you today, and they're sponsored by GenderNexus and Indy Pride. Are you ready for this? I want you to sit back, relax, get you a good cocktail, get your good socks on. You know them good socks you use when you're sitting on the toilet and you're real comfortable and one of them slides off real easy. That's the socks I want you to put on, because we have a wonderful lineup of entertainers, and they all are a part of the trans spectrum. Let's first start off with my good sister. Her name is Miss Sylvia Thomas, and Miss Sylvia Thomas is a poet, honey. When I tell you that poetry is wonderful, it's some wonderful poetry. And she's from right here in Indianapolis. She is a transgender and queer. The common themes in her writing are gender, sexuality, love, and history. She is alumni of IUPUI, and she has a degree in history. So I want you to put your hands together, your feet together, your lips together for the beautiful, the talented Miss Sylvia.
This is Sylvia Thomas. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm a transgender woman, and I'm a writer and a poet. One of the hardest things right now in the pandemic is feeling affirmed through my visibility. I love going to gay bars. I love going to events, seeing my community, strutting the streets, being who they are, seeing myself in people, and having people see themselves in me. In all this time, I've been writing and reflecting in so many different ways about my life and how beautiful it's been being transgender and being visible. Tonight, I'm going to share with you a piece from an ongoing, ever-going memoir I'll eventually release some point in my life called The Laundry. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. This is The Laundry. I finally picked up my laundry from the basket off of the floor and began to organize my closet. From the clothes that I'd wear to work to the fun fashions for a night out, I was placing my wardrobe on hangers and was hung up on the items I'd wear that not made me just look but feel like a woman. I thought about the tragedies trans bodies have in the back of their minds as they walk out into the world, and how much of our very own outerwear can outwear us in the ways we operate. For some, we hope our clothing has the capacity to keep us alive. When I die, I wonder what people who don't understand will say or think as they pack my clothes away. If people will think I was deranged and weird for being someone who was assigned male at birth, but contained a closet of a plus-size woman. I wonder about the people who will go through the closets like mine, but of the living, and how much longer they have. While the thoughts of humiliation and those being hunted haunt me, I began to also think positively of the possibilities my wardrobe brings me in the future. I thought about how much of our closets, my closet, it was a museum of my trans experience. The beauty behind museums and what is kept inside them is the interpretation of what impact artifacts had on society. Remembering the purchases of the pieces I still have at the beginning of my transition and how much strength it took me to be myself. I still have the first dress that told me I was enough. I look at it like a piece of art framed in a glass case on a marble floor that will remind people of what reward from hard work looks like. This was the first piece of my collection, and now I have an archive. Each piece is a trophy for believing in who I am and who I will be and who I was to the future. I hope people marvel at my masterpieces and wonder what they and how they will challenge themselves to live in their truth, a truth that is pure, honest, yet powerful. I thought about how often in behaviors nurtured by violence, people's wonder is put on wanted posters. My apparel is seen as anarchy when all I really am is accepting in a land that is supposed to promise liberty and justice for all. I am that lady who will honor her hunger for honesty over homicide. As I placed my garb on hangers, I remember how gorgeous it is to be guilty all of the time. But with living as transgender, it is remembering the less with us. I remember how I am just not a trans woman, but I am, or just a woman, I am women. Women who haven't or never will hold a note in their swan song for retiring who they were to become who they are. For women who were taught to be told, for women who never explored as they grew old, for women who stare and wonder, watch me twirl. My clothing anthology reminds me of who I was in the closet and how much room there is with me discovering new parts of my home. I have room for more memories to reminisce on hangers and shelves. The array of attire allows me to live the truth for many women who cannot or could not speak for themselves. My history reminds me to keep airing out my laundry and remember where I was, where I will be going, and what I will wear. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed that piece. If you would like to read more, you can go to patreon.com/sheissylvia. I have all my pieces there, and it's a whole archive of all my work. I hope you, my community, my trans siblings and family, you feel seen and heard, you are visible, and I love you so much. Your visibility matters so much to me and to our future, to our history. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, Indy Pride.
Oh, that was a beautiful performance from Sylvia Thomas. Let's give it up for Sylvia Thomas. Come on, sister, you're beautiful. All right, so we want to keep that applause going. We have a next performer coming on the way. She's a firecracker, if I must say so myself. It's my good sister, Miss Kit Malone. Kit Malone is a entertainer, and she has a folk country rock primitive guitar lead that readers of the Nouveau Weekly voted her Indianapolis best folk singer in 2006. Best. Not just one, not just any folk singer. She was the best folk singer and everything. And she's working on her third album right now in the studios. It's called Big. So I want you to go out and cop this album when it comes out. We have to support our kind. We have to support people like us. Because at the end of the day, if we don't stand with each other, nobody's going to stand with us. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's pay some bills. I'd like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, GenderNexus. GenderNexus' mission is to bring non-binary and transgender communities together in safe spaces for engagements. They believe in the power of honoring individual journeys and each person's individual expression. So, while we listen to this short message from GenderNexus, you better get ready for Kit, because she's about to get that guitar and sing her little heart out.
GenderNexus is a nonprofit. We work to support trans and non-binary folks across the states. And we do things like help with legal name and gender marker change, medical letters, lots of support groups, and counseling.
Hi, I'm Emil Voskey. I'm the Executive Director of GenderNexus, where we provide affirming services, support, resources, and community for trans non-binary folks. And we would love your support and have you support us as much as we want to support you.
Welcome everybody. Thanks to GenderNexus for giving me a chance to play a couple songs for Transgender Day of Visibility. My name is Kit Malone. I use she, hers pronouns. And I'm going to play you one of my songs, and I'm going to play you a very, very old song. Those of you who have seen me play before know that my material is sometimes a downer, and so I've tried really hard to pick a couple of songs that are a little more uplifting on a day like today. The first one's mine. Mockingbird, you work so hard, chase all the other birds from the yard. Stealing all the greatest lines, you never wrote a single rhyme of your own. I am a mockingbird. I am a mockingbird. Hummingbird can't rest her head, hovering over the flower beds. She's on her way to Mexico, still got a pretty long way to go to get home. I am a hummingbird. And I am a mockingbird. Whippoorwill, she's up all night by herself in the moonlight. She keeps us awake all night long. Nobody wants to hear her song. I am a whippoorwill. I am a hummingbird. I am a mockingbird. Yeah, I am a mockingbird. Thanks, everybody. I hope you're having a good time. Happy Trans Day of Visibility. It's a real rough time. I know a lot of us have seen a lot. I certainly have. I know you have too. What I'm going to play next is a really old song. It's a spiritual. Willie Nelson did a really famous version of it, but there have been a lot of other versions of it. And this is my version of it. It's an old spiritual called Uncloudy Day. tell me of a home far beyond the skies. They tell me of a home far away. They tell me of a home when no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds ride. And they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of a home where my friends have gone. Oh, they tell me of that land far away, where the tree of life in eternal bloom sheds its fragrance o'er the unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds ride. And they tell me of an unclouded day. And they tell me that she smiles on her children there, and her smiles just drive their sorrows away. Hey, they tell me that no tears are gonna ever come again in that lovely land of unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudy day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds ride. And they tell me of an uncloudy day. That's my song. I hope everybody has unclouded days for as long as you have days. And I'll see y'all the next time I see y'all.
Oh my God, let's give it up for kids. Baby, kick the sun color heart out. That's talent. And remember, Kiss album is coming out. It's her third studio album, Big. So go out there, and she says she's on most streaming things. So, okay? So get on there, get it, and support your sister. All right, I have the pleasure of introducing our next entertainer. His name is Way Esteban. Now, Way Arvizu is a national recognized public speaker, author, performer. In 2019, he published his first book, Fracture of a Post-Traumatic Paradigm, under the pseudonym K.D. Roach. When he is not doing serious work as an advocate, you can find him doing comedic storytelling or spoken word. He is a proud Chicano and a father and a stock market nerd and a hockey fan. So let's give it up for Way Arvizu.
I am going to share a couple of poems that I wrote, starting with one called Birthday Boy. I do 8 cartwheels down 8th Street on my 8th birthday. I stop and I see a boy peeing on a tree. So the next time I go to the park, I skip the smelly cement bathrooms and I decide to pee outside. A girl from class, she glares at me and she says, "You can't pee outside." So I squat down and I tell her with a glare, "Watch me." She walks away disgusted, and I'm certain that it's because she just does not like to be wrong. I blow out 10 candles at 10 after 4 on my 10th birthday. My grandmother makes me wear a dress to my own party. How am I supposed to climb trees in a dress? The boys take off playing cops and robbers, but they leave me behind and tell me I'm not allowed to play with them. So I tip my cowboy hat, I arrest their assumptions, and I just say, "Watch me." 11 minutes left, the troop leader shouts as I glue the 11th button onto my craft on my 11th birthday and find out the hard way that Girl Scouts build bird feeders and not bonfires. So I quit and I join the basketball team. "Way to go, number 12, the announcer shouts as I score the 12th point of our last home game on my 12th birthday. My dad asks what I want, and I tell him that I want a skateboard, and so he buys me one, but there's a pink cow on the bottom of it, and he asks me, when he hands it to me, "How do you like it?" And I tell him, "I can't wait to grind my board against those metal rails." When I get to the skate park and the other kids, they see my long hair, they tell me, "Girls can't skate." I just dropped into the pipe, and I just shouted, "Watch me." I'm the 14th pick for kickball class in gym of 14 kids on my 14th birthday. The kids, they tease me for not rolling my basketball shorts all the way up my thighs. I watch as the girls saunter around, looking good but acting ridiculous as they scream at the dodgeballs instead of actually dodging them. They think I'm embarrassing, but I think they're embarrassing. And the boys, they don't want me to play with them, and they always try to knock me out first. So every time I take one of them out, I make sure that I shout their name. "Lo siento, Santiago." "Bye-bye, Brian." "Sit down and catch your breath, Andy." There are 6 teens mingling at the bowling alley as I unwrap a 16 Candles DVD on my 16th birthday. Now the boys want me to play with them, but I tell them, "You can go play with yourselves." In the morning of my 17th birthday, I head to the bathroom with a pair of scissors and I cut off the crown of my grandmother's glory. I look into the mirror and I feel cool and confident for what feels like the first time. The next day, I audition for Danny's role in the school's Grease play, and Daniel Eisen says to me that I can't audition for a male role. "Watch me," I tell him. And guess who got to kiss Sandra Dee? This guy. I put $27 on number 27 at the roulette table on my 27th birthday. The man sitting next to me makes a bet to his friend that Hillary won't win the election. His friend laughs and says she can't even suck her husband's dick good enough to keep him around. So I do what any reasonable queer artist would do on their birthday, and I correct his grammar. "It's well enough," I tell him. "What?" he mumbles at me, and I say, "Well enough. It's well enough, as in, your girlfriend left her soaking wet underwear on my bedroom floor last night because you did not please her well enough the night before. So watch out, world. I'm here, I'm queer, and I'm not going anywhere." That's the first one. The second one's pretty quick. It's called Mariposa, which means butterfly in Spanish. On days that my depression sneaks up on me like a spider, it crawls into the microscopic cracks of the self-confidence that I worked so hard to build. It preys on me when I'm trapped, squeezed, wrapped in the grips of anxiety. I am a claustrophobic caterpillar constricted by the cocoon that I spun around myself in the spring when the hope of metamorphosis was alive. I struggle hard for freedom's sake to strengthen my wings, but shrink back in attrition when I can't sustain the pressure of just one more try. But I don't have tough skin like a chrysalis, and I don't want to struggle anymore, and so I wonder and I ask the universe, as I suffocate in stillness, if every caterpillar has the strength to emerge as a butterfly. And the universe, she whispers to me, "O anxious caterpillar, your mother was a moth, but you are still meant to fly."
Wade, that was beautiful. That was really beautiful. It touched my heart. But I want y'all to remember that you can, like Wade, you can tip any of the entertainer and any of the artists virtually if you go to the comments. All their virtual tip things will be and you can tip me too. And it should be there too. It should be somewhere down there in the comments. I like money. I got bills. But yeah, please support the arts. Please support the arts. Now our last performer is Tawni Marshall. And they go by the pronouns she and they. Tawni Marshall is a central Indiana-based queer feminine folk punk. This February, she released her 22nd album of written material, The Working Trans Blues, a collection of 8 lo-fi blues tracks that capture her struggle to navigate the transition while working suburban retail during the pandemic. She draws individual artwork on every CD that she sells. And she has doodled on every guitar that she owns. So if you want to see any of her work, you can go to TawniMarshall.net. And if you didn't get that, it'll be in the comments. But once again, that's TawniMarshall.net. Now, we have a message from Addie Smith, the Director of Education of Indy Pride. And they are a board member of Indy Pride and GenderNexus.
Hello humans, I'm Addison Smith, just Addie. I'm the Director of Education at Indy Pride and a board member of both Indy Pride and GenderNexus. On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff of Indy Pride and the Board of Directors and staff of GenderNexus, I'd like to welcome you to the Transgender Day of Visibility Community Talent Showcase 2021. To learn more about the great things going on at Indy Pride, visit our website, indypride.org, or follow us on social media at Indy Pride on all the platforms. Also consider joining our membership program. It's free, and you get updates on all of our programs and offerings direct to your inbox. You should also check out GenderNexus.org and follow their socials at GenderNexus on all the platforms to learn about what we, are doing for the gender diverse community all around the state. Now just sit back and enjoy the work of some of our talented trans and non-binary artists from right here in Indy. Peace and long life.
Hello everyone, happy Trans Day of Visibility. My name is Tawni Marshall. I legally became Tawni Marshall this month, so it's a very special Trans Day of Visibility for me. So, very thrilled to be performing for y'all. I'm gonna play a couple songs off of my new album. It's called The Working Trans Blues. And I hope you enjoy. If you like what you hear, you can check out more at TawniMarshall.net. I know daylight's on the way. I've seen those streams that wait below, drag it into another day. There's so much much I keep in tow. Can you see it aged into my face? 'Cause I can feel it creaking through my bones. I can feel the daylight of the way to it life till the daylight's gone. To it life till the daylight's gone. Trying to keep afloat in the suburban waste. I'm the last one trying to keep my soul. I know I've changed in most every way, but I can't change what I can't hold. I can feel the daylight on my face. To it life till the daylight's gone. I've seen those dreams that way below. They drag me down into the undertow. Till my head swirling with the places I have stood but never been before. I don't think I'll ever know my place. I don't think I'll ever go back home. Wonder if I'll ever get a taste of a medicine that's not my own. Can you see it aged into my face? Wasted years now etched in bone. I can feel the daylight out my way. To it life till the daylight's gone. I've been those girls time slowly broke. I've been the butt of a single joke. Time and time again till it gets caught in their throat, and I hope they choke. I know I've changed in most every way, but I can't change what I can't hold. I can feel the daylight on my face. To it life till the daylight's gone. To it life till the daylight's gone. To it life till the daylight's gone. When he shows up, I split. Maybe not from where I sit, but trust me when I tell you that I'm gone, gone, gone. However I gotta sell it, whoever I gotta be, can't help but get to feeling I got it round, round, round. Can't see him from my angle, but I hear him when I sing. Can't point the finger at him, even when he's fingering me. I can't place his face, so they place him in most every place. They're placing me. Guess we're bound to cross paths whatever place I go. Up, I split, tell myself they're full of shit. I try to get to feeling like they're round. Even when they didn't mean it, even when it was a slip. Trust me when I tell you he's never gone. Can't see him from my angle, but I hear him when I say. Can't point a finger at him, even when he's fingering me. I can't place his face, so they place him in most every place. They're placing me. Guess we're bound to cross paths whatever place I go. Guess we're bound to cross paths whatever place I go. However I gotta sell it, whoever I gotta be, can't help but get to feeling I got it round. Can't help but get to feeling I got it round.
All right, let's give it up for Tawni Marshall. Everyone, we are at the end of our program. But with that saying, you can still go in the bottom in the comment box and show love to the entertainers like Tawni, who gave their heart to you all day long. Thank you for joining us with the TDOV Community Talent Showcase 2021. Thank you all for knowing that we matter as transgender people, because being transgender woman myself, I know it's hard out there sometimes. And I also want to give up for one more sponsor. I'm using the studios of Transpective to do all what I'm doing today. And it's the reason why I'm saying that is because I have behind me these signs that say Black Transgender Lives Matter, because we do. Sometimes we feel like we're not a part of things, and people like GenderNexus and Indy Pride showed me that I am a part of something by allowing me to be a part of this wonderful program. So I want to give them all the thanks and the praises for doing that. But did you know that people like you are the donors that help programs like this go on? If you want to help programs like Indy Pride and GenderNexus, you can give donations via Eventbrite or going by directly to the organization's website. The information can be provided in the comment boxes. We would love to hear from you and let you know how we did today. I know I may not say everything correctly, I may have fumbled, but let me tell you something about Miss Tia Mirage Hall. I'm not going to always give it to you correctly. I'm going to give it to you how I give it to you. And that's hard and real. That's another story. All right, but you can win a $25 gift card for Baby's Restaurant if you go in there and tell us how we did and do the survey about the events. Have you been to Baby's? Let me tell you a little story about Babies with me. The very first time I went to Babies, it was a brunch. My good sister Pat was hosting the brunch, and I said, let me come out because, you know, I booked there the next month, so I also wanted to case out the joint, see how it is and everything. It was sold out. It was a sold out event. The people were tipping. It was wonderful. But what I love mostly is it was the first brunch I've been to, and I've worked at a lot of brunches around the Midwest that had fried chicken. Baby, I saw fried chicken on the menu, and I was like, oh yeah, this is my type of brunch. Plus, they had some hot sauce in the kitchen. So things like that, it's gonna always make me come back. So remember, you can go to Babies and get some wonderful food and some alcoholic milkshakes. And that's what I like. A good milkshake with a little kick. All right, but these surveys will be in the comment box, so make sure you go in the comment box and do that so you can win that $25 gift card from Babies. So I would like to thank you, and I'm going to leave you with this. Black trans lives do matter, and I have done all what I did today in the studios of Transpective. So with that said, I want to give you peace, love, and